Alana and Francis are on break this week. In the meantime, enjoy this remastered version of one of our favorite episodes.
Welcome to HQAF Radio. I'm Alana.
And I'm Francis.
And we're going to talk about our siblings today. Aren't you so excited? We're going to talk about our siblings. I have 3 siblings.
So exciting. I have 2 siblings. 2 sisters, actually.
And I have 3 brothers. And we're both the firstborns.
Yeah, and so, as you guys can imagine, we have stories about them.
Yeah, they're dumb. Obviously, they're younger. They don't understand life like we do.
So do you feel like as being a firstborn sibling, that your life was a little bit better, harder?
Harder.
Harder?
Worse. The worst.
Why?
Wait, you're saying
I'm asking.
for you?
I'm asking.
Because all the expectations are on you to be, like, not necessarily the perfect child, but they try more because they have more energy. My mom put this very plainly. You know, Alana, we didn't care when your 2 younger brothers started skipping school because at that point, we were just trying to get through the day. We had 4 kids by the time Carrie was around, so we just didn't care. But when it was only you and Patrick, we had all the time in the world to care about how you were doing academically. But by the time you get to the 4th kid, you don't give a shit.
Yeah, I feel like my parents they've never vocalized that.
Wait, really?
They've never vocalized
my parents are very honest about that.
But, like, the kind of stuff my youngest sister's gotten away with, I would have never gotten away with at all. Yeah. Like...
You're talking about Alex?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you were just about to say, youngest siblings, they get away with everything. But, my parents don't know.
Well, so that's the thing, is, like, they probably do know now.
Oh, they get a sense.
But, like, when she was in high school, they knew. They didn't know.
Oh, really?
But now they know.
Oh. But, of course, if they knew you did, they'd be
all
like, over your ass.
Who the fuck are you, Francis?
Yeah. We didn't raise you to be like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I completely understand.
Yeah.
So do you feel like Alex got away with things that you... Well, obviously, I guess, and
she
she
used to, like, literally sneak out of the house.
Stop.
Yeah, no, so our house had an alarm system. She knew the one window in the entire house, and we had, like, a 2-story house. She knew the one window in the entire house that didn't have an alarm system. She'd be able to sneak out. Every weekend, she would just open that window.
Why is your sister, like, way cooler than me? Okay, did I ever tell you the one time I snuck out? Like, the very only one time.
The only time?
Yeah, I've never snuck out in my entire life. Oh, yeah, God, my mom would have smelled that shit from a mile away. I remember once my mom told me, I have eyes on the back of my head, because she just would anticipate things before I would even do them. Like, don't do that. And I literally thought she did. The one time I snuck out, I was not even at my house. I was in Indiana. I was visiting a friend. I was at her parents' house. And we decided to sneak out, go to Taco Bell. It was like midnight. Not even like that crazy. It was midnight. And I was terrified that my mom was going to call her parents. Like, what the fuck? Because my mom is pseudo-psychic.
Was it like literally the Taco Bell that's right across the street from me? Like,
I'm in Indiana in this story. Oh, by the way, I live by a Taco Bell. But in this story, I didn't live by a Taco Bell. It was Indiana, so everything was far away. But yeah, I was and seriously, you can ask my friend, like, I was so scared and I felt so uncomfortable sneaking out that because I just had this feeling my mom was going to find out. I was shaking. Like, because her sisters were with us. She's like, is Alana okay? Because she is, like, changing color. Like, I was pale. I was so terrified.
God.
I've never snuck out in my life. That was the only time.
Well, so to tie it all back together, do you think your brother Carrie or Sean have ever experienced that moment?
Oh, they never had to sneak out. They would just leave. And my parents were like, great. Like, my
we're done.
Just
like,
leave.
Fuck you. We're
we
done.
We would go days without seeing them.
You go days without seeing them in high school? Like, they were in high school and they'd just be gone?
Oh, yeah. Oh, or skipping school. I was in college when they were in high school, so you have classes all different times. Yeah. I would come home like, hey, what's going on, man? Oh, we're just, like, not going to school. I'm like, okay. My dad worked from home, okay? My dad owns his own business. He doesn't go to office. Didn't give a shit. Whatever. Oh, I'm sick today. Like, seriously? My brother got pneumonia one time when he was sick, and my dad's like, you're still going, you're faking it. And my brother got, like, seriously sick.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but them, I don't feel well. Okay, you can skip school. Siblings. I mean, that's why we're going to dedicate a whole episode to this bullshit, because this will be funny.
Yeah, for all you firstborns out there, like, this is going to be that therapy session.
Yeah, we feel you, and we understand you. It's mostly going to be an episode where we talk about the stupidity of our younger siblings.
Like, fuck them.
I know. Fuck all of them. So, the first story I'm going to tell you guys was from when Carrie... I don't know how old he was. I want to say maybe 8 or 7. So, like, a young lad.
How many years between you and Carrie?
Oh, fair question. Oh, how many? Okay, wait. I'm 27 and he's turning 22. What is that?
5.
5 years apart. We're 5 years apart.
So you were 13, he was 8.
7 or 8, one of those.
Yeah.
And Carrie, because he's a little baby child, he doesn't understand the concept of bets. So Carrie, once upon a time, comes up to me and Patrick. Patrick is the next youngest sibling. We're Irish twins. We're only 14 months apart. And he goes, I ate this cat food. Give me $5. And we said, what are you talking about? It's like, yeah, when you do something ridiculous, you're supposed to get something from it. So give it to me. And we both go, we didn't like dare you to eat cat food. You just ate it on his own volition. Like, he just decided to eat cat food and go, oh, I did it. And it's like, yeah, we didn't tell you to.
Oh my gosh.
You just went ham. How was it? And he was like, oh, it was gross. That's why I thought I was going to get money out of this. Like, that's not how dares work. Like, you have to dare. Like, first you dare someone, then they do the ridiculous. But he thought, oh, I can go and just eat it. But Carrie, he's always kind of a weird kid. He used to have toast with ketchup on it. Like, just ketchup.
Ew. What? Like, he would, that was his toast thing.
It? Yeah, he would toast it and then lather ketchup on like it was butter on the toast.
Does he still do that now?
He doesn't, actually. I'm very surprised because he did it for a long time.
You should ask him.
I should ask him.
Yeah. My youngest sister used to abhor ketchup. She hated it. Like,
really?
To the point where she'd be like, I could smell your ketchup.
Which sister?
Alex.
Oh, this is just going to be a younger sibling shitting on session.
But she'd be like literally, I cannot stand the smell of your ketchup right now. You need to get away from me.
So she eats fries plain.
Yeah, no, she does not. She doesn't eat ketchup at all.
I wonder if she had a bad experience with it.
She didn't. She just hated it.
Yeah.
You know how I don't like shrimp? She doesn't like ketchup.
Yeah. And what does Danica not like? The other sister of Francis.
Responsibility.
Shit! What shade? But was she like that as a little like baby child or? Actually, you know what? This is a good question. How did chores happen at your house? Did you guys do chores? Did you divvy it up? Or did you do everything?
I feel like I did a lot of chores. Just like, okay, well, you're the most oldest, most aged.
Yeah, you're the oldest. You're the most mature. You can understand this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's like, well, you do it, and then younger siblings just kind of got a freer pass. You know, like, well, they're stupid. They don't get how to wash dishes, so you're the one that gets to wash the dishes.
Yeah.
You're the one that gets to work out in the garden. You're the one that gets to mow the lawn. Like, okay, well, that makes no sense. But also, like, my parents were always very, like, you are also the oldest boy. Which made no sense because I was the only boy. Yeah. There was no, like, younger boy.
Yeah.
I was the only boy.
Which is so interesting because I've heard stories where it's been the opposite, where being the only male child makes you, like, so treasured and you don't have to do anything and, like, oh my God, that's so amazing. Because that's how my parents spun it to me. Oh, Alana, you're the woman, you're a girl, this is all the shit that you're supposed to do. Men can't be bothered, they're just X, Y, and Z. And so my mom, it wasn't only like, you're the oldest, you're the most mature, but also like, you're just getting ready to clean dishes for the rest of your life, because that's what your life is gonna be.
Welcome to the real world, Kanga.
Exactly. Yeah, welcome to, all you're here to do is clean, cook, and have those babies, bitch. And that's how my mom post it, like, I'm just preparing you for life, honey, because you're going to be washing dishes for a long ass time. My mom goes, Alana, when you buy your house, try and get a house that has a window in front of the sink, because you're going to be at that sink for so much of your life. At least you should get a view, because bitch, you're going to be washing a lot of dishes. Okay, you're going to be washing so many dishes.
No.
And
she said that to you?
Oh yeah, she still says that. She said that as recently as last month.
Before your wedding. Like...
Yeah. She's like, Alana, see, this is why it's so important that you get a kitchen with a view. Because you're going to be living in that kitchen, bitch. Yeah. So I honestly think the most annoying part is how siblings, they can get away with anything. And they do the most that they can to get away with anything.
Yes,
like, they cheat us out of things that clearly belong to us.
Yes.
Like, have you ever experienced that before?
I have. So, I had a Neopets account. Do you remember Neopets? Like,
yes, I do.
It's like pseudo Pokemon.
Right, before Pokemon. No, it was after
like,
Pokemon.
Maybe around the same time as Pokemon, actually. And you had these online pets, and it was on the web. You could play games, and you get Neo points, and you
take care of them, like you feed them, right, and walk them or whatever.
Yeah, yes. Battle them, even though the battling system was like shit. My favorite game was like this one game that was almost like Snake, where you go up, and then you press a button, and you try to collect, like, fruit.
Oh, yeah.
Except... In their version, it was like a meerkat or something.
I'm so sorry, I just spat all over your iPad. Anyway, yeah, you'll have to leave it.
Yeah. But so that was how I earned all my Neo points, because it was the easiest way to earn Neo points.
Was doing the Snake game.
Yeah, and I literally played it every day. I came home from school, and one of my things would be like, oh, I'm gonna play Neopets. No. And I'd like raise my Neopets, play the Snake game, and everything was fine and dandy.
Hell yeah.
And then I realized one day that my Neo points were not growing. I recognized that, I've been playing this game, and for some reason it went back down, and I was like, that's impossible. How would that even happen?
Yeah.
So I just kept playing. And then I realized my password had accidentally saved on the
browser?
username. Yeah, on the username. Like, my password had saved on the username. And my sisters had been using my password and transferring their Neo points to their freaking Neo point account. I was so angry at them. Like, why would you do that, you stupid fucking bitch?
Yeah, wait, so were they taking a lot of money? They weren't even trying to be sneaky about it?
No, like, I was, like, winning, like, thousands. Every day.
Was it both of them?
Yeah.
Was it both Danica and
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was, like, trying to bring it up to my parents. I was like, so, what the fuck? Like, who cares? Neo points? Whatever. I worked hard for those Neo
you're
points.
You're teaching them terrible morals. That if you, like, go and steal money from other people, it's okay.
Yeah.
Instead of hard work. Hard American work.
I know, hard American Neo points. God fucking damn it.
Hard earned.
To this day, they have never apologized.
Wait, did you ever approach them?
They did not admit to it.
But they didn't deny it.
They didn't deny it.
God.
I know.
Sisters are bitches.
I know. Younger siblings, though. Like,
for real. They're garbage people.
Yeah.
So, did you resolve the situation in any way? Did you change your password? You didn't?
Well, I changed my password, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, like...
And so they couldn't steal from you, but they never...
Well, and so, like, that's the thing, is, like, they weren't stealing smartly. They didn't, like, exactly clean me out, but if they were smart, they would have stolen enough that would have benefited them, but not so much so that I would have noticed.
Right. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For all the bad times that I've had with my younger siblings, I've had some good ones. Well, mostly with Alex. She and I were...
Yeah, fuck you, Danica.
Yeah.
What else?
I didn't say that. That was all Alana, first off.
You didn't deny it, though. Anyway, moving on. So, you and Alex had a rambang time.
Well, we loved playing video games when we were younger.
Yeah.
We used to play Goof Troop a lot. Like the like the SNES game. We used to play... I'm trying to think of, like, other SNES video games. We had a lot of those multiplayer games that we'd play. Danica, not so much. She pretends like we did, but she wasn't really into it. Yeah.
Liar.
Yeah, she was. Did you ever used to do those sort of stuff with your brothers?
Video games were a big part of our life, obviously. I was a 90s kid. I grew up in the 90s. We had a NES and Nintendo 64, and then, of course, the internet was created. There weren't many games that the four of us were into, because it was hard to find one game that we would all equally be interested and invested in,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
Like, it would always be that some of us were more into one video game than the other, but one game we all equally, the four of us played, was RuneScape. Which is the MMO. It's a multiplayer game.
Yeah,
you have armor, and you can attack things, and you get stats, and you know, it's an MMO.
I used to be into that game, but I couldn't.
It sucked.
Yeah,
that's
like,
why, right?
Yeah.
That was why you weren't into it. You had to grind. You had to spend a lot of time. So, that being said, I realized that it was rather difficult to get money in that game because you had to have a skill. You either had to be really good at mining whatever wood or something, and then you sell it at a high price, like you get a whole bunch of it and then you sell it all at once, or you had to have a really high skill level so you could kill stuff to get gold. And, you know, I wasn't like that. So, anyway, I'm a girl in a world full of mostly men. If there were girls, you weren't sure if they were actually guys. That was a big thing. So I would go and be people's wives. Like, oh my god, do you want to be my husband? So I would get money from them. They would, like, give me a diamond ring, because you could get diamonds and rubies and rings. So they would give me a diamond ring, like, oh my god, thank you so much. And then I would log off, go to a different world, and just take their money for all it's worth. Like, they would give me stuff as, like, a sign of their dedication to me, and then I would block them. Like, yeah, I would literally marry them, take their money, and block them.
God.
Oh, I was a terrible bitch.
Yeah.
So then one day I decided to have some fun, and Patrick was online. Like, he was playing on a different computer, whatever. And so I told 2 different husbands that Patrick was hitting on me. And so my brother starts getting hate messages from these guys who I was just playing to get money and shit from them, which Patrick knew. But he didn't realize that those guys were coming after him because of me. Like, because he didn't know who they were. He was like, how did they get my username?
They were in different worlds. He just knew that this is what you were doing as a pastime, but not
necessarily like this is where it's coming from.
Right.
And I think I actually almost got him banned because someone reported him. They're like, oh my god, this guy's harassing my girlfriend. He's saying, like, I lied and said that he was saying all this ridiculous shit to me. He wasn't. Like, he's my brother. He's just out there mining gold and whatever. And then so he started getting hate messages, and then he, like, got temporarily banned from the game.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And Patrick, to this day, is, like, pissed off about it.
At you?
Yeah, because it's like, what the fuck? Like, I was minding my own business. You brought me into your bullshit, like, RuneScape drama of these guys who you don't even care about because you just wanted money from them. Like, yeah, well, you know, a girl's gotta make a living, okay? Yeah, it was a total whore.
You had actually no reason to bring them into your drama.
No reason. It was just fun. Oh my god, am I sociopath? Yikes. Oh, I'm so sorry. Whatever their username was, X-Man, the win 254.
You know, honestly, I'm sure they're just teenagers too. Not even teenagers, preteens, and.
Wait, how old were they when I was dating them? Are you saying they were like toddlers when I was dating them, and now they're preteens?
I'm saying that they were preteens when you were dating them. Yeah,
as I was
dating in air quotes. Yeah,
it was. So funny though. But Patrick that was the most mad I'd ever seen him at me. Because Patrick and I, like, we really got along, but he got really pissed off about that. Okay, you want to do the outro? Oh, we're doing the outro. Hey everybody, it's Alana, and this is Francis, and we're outroing.
This is the same episode.
So what do you think about having siblings? That's what we're talking about, right?
Okay, well, Truth Train, like, I think my siblings are the greatest. I mean, I know we just cursed out Danica and we just talked about Alex.
Yeah, Francis likes his siblings more than I like mine. Well, I like one of my siblings. I have 3 brothers, and I only like one of them.
Would you ever show this episode to your siblings?
I think they would think it was funny, honestly.
All of them? All of them.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Well, I can't be as real. You're way more open with your siblings than I am, which I think is shows how good of a relationship.
If Alex were on here, I think we would talk so much shit about
Danica.
And then vice versa. Like, if Danica was on here, we'd talk so much shit about Alex.
Yeah.
And then if they were both hosting their own radio shows, they'd probably talk shit about me.
And then if it was me and Patrick, we would just both talk shit about Carrie. And then if it
was Sean, Carrie, though. Sean is just ignored.
Yeah, exactly. And then if it was me and Sean would just make jokes about fucking nothing.
But I guess back to your question, like, do you feel like that you would rather not be siblings with Sean, or do you feel like...
Oh my god, I would never ever... So, here's the weird thing. Brothers, right? Like, as you guys heard me say, there's a lot of love, but there's so much hate. But I would never, ever not want any of my brothers to be my brothers. Like, it's one of those things where, like, they annoy the absolute fucking shit out of you, but you can't imagine your life without them. Like, they're absurdly entertaining. And I think also a huge part of the person that you become.
Yeah.
Like, I can't, like, I fucking hate all my brothers, and if they died tomorrow, like, I don't think I would cry. Except for Patrick. But also, I can't imagine my life without them, so I love them. Question mark.
I don't care if they die, but also I want them.
Yeah,
I need them in my life, so.
Yeah, it's just a weird love-hate relationship, which I think anyone that has siblings, I mean, other than you, who has a really good relationship with his siblings, can understand.
I think a lot of people have good, like, maybe
No,
half.
no, yeah, probably. Actually,
I think
yes.
I feel like you don't give your relationship with your younger siblings the credit it deserves.
I don't think there's any credit to give it because they treat me like shit. We've had an episode about this where I talk about how they treat me like shit.
Let's say Carrie and Sean didn't show up to your wedding. How would you feel?
I'd be pissed.
Exactly, because you want them there.
No, because how dare they not come to my fucking wedding? It's bomb as shit.
Exactly, because you care if they're there.
Because it's insulting.
Because you care if they're there.
No.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You want them to be there because you like them too.
So anyway, guys, this is a show that comes out bi-weekly.
Hold on, you guys. Like, Alana actually loves her brothers.
No, I don't. I hate them.
She loves them. She loves them.
You're ruining my radio personality. My radio personality is hate. Okay, bitch, stop.
She just doesn't want to admit it to you guys,
don't want to admit
but
it.
she loves them.
I'm too set of Kaiba for this episode, okay? Stop it. The only person I love is you, Francis. Okay, you're my brother.
Aww.
Which also happened on an episode, but anyway.
But which is also acknowledged by your parents, too. So, you know.
I know, yeah.
Like, I was birthed from their hips.
Basically, yeah. Anyway, guys, so if you're interested in listening to more garbage and bullshit, you can tune in to HQAF Radio. We post once every 2 weeks. We also post on our Instagram, HQAF.productions.
Right.
Hey, girl.
Girl, yes. And we are also on Apple Podcasts and Google Play and anywhere else that Anchor posts, because, you know, Anchor posts everywhere nowadays. I have no idea where the hell they post.
Yeah, we love you, Anchor. You're great.
Thanks for really facilitating this
radio show,
vanity show between.
I love vanity show. Oh my god, wait, that's what we should call it. Because, you know, all those people were telling us HQAF Radio. What does that even mean? You should change the name. Vanity show.
Yeah,
that's
like,
good.
This is really just about Alana and I, and thank you for listening to us.
Yeah.
And we love you, Jasmine. You're the greatest.
You're our one fan.
Yeah.
You're the only fan out there.
The only one that
Thank
matters.
you. I think we thanked your last episode too, so
actually,
this is sad as fuck.
We actually also love all of you other guys. If you want to email us at hqaf.productions@gmail.com.
Oh yeah, we literally have a Gmail, so please email us. If you're out there, please let us know.
Slide into our DMs right now.
Just real quick, just real smooth, like, and you know, that would be great. That's the end of our show. I'm Alana.
And I'm Francis. Find us on Instagram at hqaf.productions. We post every other week.
And you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever else you get your podcasts.
And until next time, the best ship to sail on is friendship.